you really want to grow in life, you have to face your fears. So listen to this. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Inspiring Hope. This is your weekly boost of uplifting Jewish inspiration. I'm Rabbi Tzvi Sytner, and on behalf of H.com and the Village Shul, I want to thank you all for listening. I also want to thank this week's sponsors. Today's sponsored by Chana Bellin from San Jose, California, in memory of her father, mother, and sister, Ephraim Fischel ben Meir, Zlata ben Avram, and Leachai bas Zlata ben Neshamos have an aliyah. Today's also sponsored by Greg and Jane Lukachevsky from Toronto in honor of the yahrzeit of Greg's father, Shepsel ben Yaakov alav shalom. May his neshama have an aliyah as well. So, this past week, I went on a camping trip with my family. And I've got to say that having all of us in one tent for 4 days was quite a trip. Now, just a little word to the wise, that if you are camping with little kids for the first time, don't choose a place called Kill Bear. Kill Bear. It just doesn't quite start things off on the right foot if you have little kids. But all kidding aside, it was actually an amazing trip. It was an amazing trip. One day we hiked up to an area known as the Viewing Cliffs, where people could stand there and you could stand on this edge of a cliff and you could view these magnificent scenery. But this area is also actually known as the Jumping Cliffs, because just in case you get there and the breathtaking view isn't enough for you, you can also jump off the cliff and free fall into the water. So as we get up there, my son says to me, "Ta, are you going to jump?" I said, "Absolutely not." And he said, "Why? Are you afraid?" And I said, "Yes, I am afraid. But that's not why I'm not jumping. I'm not jumping because at this stage of my life, it really doesn't interest me to jump off a cliff." Now, I gotta say that as a teenager, I lived for that roller coaster thrill and for that fear. But fear has a whole new meaning for me now. It's just so different. You know, Reb Noach Weinberg once said that the Hebrew word for fear is yira, which means both to fear and also to see. Because the essential choice of life is to open our eyes and to see life's opportunities, and at the same time to fear the consequences of missing out on those opportunities. You know, as a kid, the fear of jumping off a cliff was, maybe I'll die. But as an adult, the more you deeply appreciate life, the more you realize that the real fear in life isn't, will I die? But will I live? Will I live meaningfully? Will I live up to my potential? Will I live a dedicated Torah life that the Almighty put me here for? Will I live life as a good husband, a good wife, a good mother, a good father? Will I live the life that I can say, I'm proud of myself? You know, this week we enter into Elul. Elul is the month that it leads up to Rosh Hashanah, Judgment Day. You know, which is a time that we're often filled with fear. But the fear isn't, will I be punished this year? But rather, will I maximize my potential? As we enter this time of self-reflection, let's take baby steps towards the things that scare us in life. Not the cliffs, but rather our struggles, the marriages that we want to master, the addictions we want to conquer, the parts of us that are scary for us to face, but that we know are holding us back from becoming the incredible people that we can be. And then, as you take those steps, just smile and have nachas from yourself, because you're doing some of the most important work that you'll ever do in your life. I want to thank you so much for listening. If you want to sponsor the next episode or send me a message, just email me at hope@h.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.